Hello, this is Michelle Diston. I'm getting crafty in the kitchen, and this is my first YouTube video I'm going to be making. I decided to start with bath bombs because they're pretty easy to make and I happen to have all the ingredients on hand. So we're going to start first with 1 cup of baking soda. Then we need 1/2 cup of citric acid. This is what I'm using here. The citric acid and the baking soda together are what's going to make that fun fizz in your tub. And it's not going to react when it's together in their solid forms, but as soon as you add it to warm water, that's when you're going to get the fizz. Next, I'm using 1/2 cup of arrowroot powder. You can also use cornstarch. Some people like to use the arrowroot flour because it's non-GMO, and most cornstarch are a genetically modified product. The cornstarch and arrowroot flour are used to help harden it after so that they stay together. Next, we're going to use some Epsom salts. I just used some Compliments Epsom salt just from our local grocery store. You can range anywhere from 2 tablespoons to 1/2 cup, but I like the benefits of the Epsom salts because they're great for detoxifying, for soothing sore muscles, and can help reduce pain as well. So I'm going to use a whole 1/2 cup in our Epsom salts. Next, you can use coconut oil, and today I'm going to be using a cannabis-infused coconut oil. I made it myself. I just happen to have a container of this. I used a CBD trim mixed with coconut oil, and this is a ratio of 21 milligrams per teaspoon, and I'm putting in 3 tablespoons. So that's going to give me a total of 180 milligrams per this whole recipe. I'm just going to hold off a little bit before I mix that in with the dry ingredients, because you're going to want to mix these dry ingredients up really well first. And then you're going to slowly add in the wet ingredients so that you don't activate the citric acid and the baking soda. So right now it's just a powder. And I am going to make different colors of these, but I've decided to make 4 different colors. So after I add in the coconut oil and get the consistency I want, I'm going to divide it up into 4 other bowls, and then I'm going to slowly add some color into those as well. So just a little bit at a time. And what's even better is to whisk it in. You can actually get it into nice granules. So the CBD oil in the coconut oil is a double benefit because you get the moisturizing effects of the coconut oil mixed with the CBD, which is great for pain and for inflammation, and it can also help you relax. CBD in this form, because it has very little THC, comes from the hemp plant, which is actually the same as a cannabis plant. They're both the same molecule. The only difference is that hemp will contain less than 0.3% THC, and cannabis would contain more than 0.3% THC. starting to get a little closer to the consistency I want to see. After whisking it in there, I'm going to get in with my hands and then just get some more of that texture mixed together. I just kind of just grind it up until I get the proper consistency. So the other part I like to do with the bath bombs is to add essential oils, and I'm doing 4 different colors. So I'm also going to do 4 different aromas. The different essential oils can create different blends for relaxation, for muscle relaxing, and for softening your skin. All right, as it is, because my molds are a little bit bigger, I'm just going to use the 3 different colors. So with the colors, I've pre-mixed the Wilton gel icing colors in just a tiny bit of water, so just a teaspoon of water. And then I'm just going to slowly add those into the dry ingredients as well. The same reason, not to activate the baking soda and citric acid. So just like we use essential oils for changing our mood or helping us through different skin conditions and with beauty products and etc., you can also get essential oils from the cannabis plant. Those are called terpenes, and those are what you smell when you first open a fresh bag of weed or that you use in your cooking. These terpenes also play a role in the effect you're going to have. So I've also got some terpenes that I'm going to add to my essential oil blends. One I'm going to use is limonene, which is one of the main terpenes for energy and invigorating, uplifting, and it's a mood regulator. It'll help with depression and anxiety, used together with the cannabinoids, THC or CBD in the plant. Together, all of these ingredients of the cannabis plant create an entourage effect. You can also get an entourage effect in your topicals, and including these bath bombs. Okay, so the first one we're going to make is one for exhaustion. So this is a nice invigorating. We're going to use eucalyptus. So I'm going to put 10 drops of eucalyptus in here and 7 drops of rosemary. I'm going to use 2 drops of grapefruit and 2 drops of limonene for some extra energy. 1, 2. Smells fantastic. So here's some of it's just a light color, which is a nice light pastel-y blue. I could have added maybe a little bit more water, but it was starting to make everything fizz a bit, so I didn't put as much. The next one I'm going to use is for nausea and vomiting. That one is a request from my daughter. So let's see, we're going to use 10 drops of ginger. And 10 drops of peppermint. And we're gonna mix that one all up nice. And the third one, we're gonna do one for anxiety. This one here is gonna have 12 drops of lavender. And 10 drops of frankincense. And I've added in 2 drops of the terpene myrcene. This is a great muscle relaxant. Yeah, come on out. 1, 2. And it's good for pain relief, and it's a sedative. So this is usually the main ingredient when you think of indica or couch lock. It's mostly from the terpene myrcene. It's a nice relaxing feel. All right. Next, you're gonna want to take your molds for your bath bombs. You're going to pack those in there. You want it nice and tight. And then you'll leave it 48 hours, and that'll be long enough for it to pop out. You probably don't need a full 48. It'll probably be ready in 24. And that's how you make your own DIY cannabis CBD bath bombs. Thank you for joining.